She told to ask.
Your next obsession, fighting on stage.
Make me think.
No, going anywhere. Stop that. For your next obsession, fighting on stage.
Yes, you're funny, huh? Funny, weird.
He intentionally reminds the Grinch of the most painful moments of his childhood. Not accidentally, not unknowingly, on purpose. And then, if that wasn't enough, he proposes to Miss Martha right in front of it. Not out of love, but out of spite. Out of a desperate need to prove that even if Martha doesn't love him, he could still claim her. It wasn't romantic, it was performative, and to show the Grinch she's mine. Martha is stunned, torn, because she already knows who her heart belongs to. What finally breaks the Grinch at the jubilation isn't just the razor, and it isn't just a proposal. It's the realization that the same person who destroyed his childhood is still afraid of the people he cares about. And that Martha, for a brief moment, is being treated the same way he was. Martha begins to understand something about Olive. He doesn't see people as people, he sees them as something to be owned. His proposal is timed perfectly to assert dominance not just over Martha, but over the Grinch. The Grinch's face says everything. The proposal itself is upsetting, but what really hurts him is Martha's hesitation. Not because she owes him anything, but because to him it feels like history repeating itself. Martha's hesitation doesn't mean she doesn't love the Grinch. In fact, it proves how deeply trapped she's been. She has carried a quiet, unresolved affection for him since he was a kid. She was never afraid of him, just like Cindy wasn't afraid of him. Martha always saw him as human. My bad, a boo. Always treated the Grinch differently because Martha wanted him. Oh, I married him. You about to have all my baby. That's the root of everything. He couldn't stand that someone like the Grinch, someone he saw as a wrestler, was chosen over him. His jealousy was so intense that it turned into obsession and lifelong resentment. Even as a grown adult with big old head with money, power, and public admiration, he still couldn't let that shit go. By the end of the film, Martha's choice isn't sudden, it's overdue. She doesn't just choose the Grinch, she chooses herself. She rejects being owned, displayed, and spoken over. She finally aligns herself with the person who only saw her as she was, not a blind. The Grinch never deserved what happened to him, not as a child, not as an adult. And you know what? The Grinch had every right to crash out. Being publicly humiliated as a child and re-traumatized as an adult, best believe I would have robbed people blind. The Grinch didn't go far enough for me. I would have put a pain and started shooting your head and say, "The hell's wrong with y'all?" You know what truly cements August as a real villain is what happens afterwards. When the Who woke up without Christmas, he blamed Cindy, a child, a little girl whose only crime was believing that kindness matters. If his bitch ass never pulled that stunt with a razor and let the Grinch rock, none of this would have happened. Cindy didn't ruin Christmas. She tried to save it. She wanted the
Hold on, Cindy.
love and recognize his humanity. She wanted Bluebell to be better. If anything, Bluebell failed her and the Grinch. He tells her it's all your fault. They have the nerve.
Girl. We'll have to no. Yeah.
So you bully the Grinch for being rude and hairy, something that he was born with, something that he cannot control. Wow, you're doing the same thing with Snoopy.
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
He's a victim. He's a whole hater because a girl that was never your recipe did with one is stressed your cousin. Also, my thing is, what is it that people say, oh, so-and-so is my girlfriend, what they know damn well they ain't. Not to mention the romance between Martha and Emerald Menace. I haven't seen a person this down bad for their man since Helga from Hey Arnold.
Why must I worship you? Every time. Make me
Martha has carried a torch for him since they were kids. Damn. She's what, 8, 9 years old and flirting like a pro. When I was that age, I didn't know itch. Even as a grown woman, this outfit was country as hell. Oh my god, this is the way I want that rose. I still want that rose right now. She stays working at Rich rightfully is confused that someone like Martha is being nice to him, and he decides to give something back. So he made her a gift with his own hands. Baby boy made a homemade Christmas angel piece together with gifts from his house. It was beautiful. It was love in its purest form. Only we all know what happens afterwards. So you're rich. You know what really certified Martha's love for the Grinch? When she picked up the pieces of the ornaments. The red pieces in her hair are the same ones that were in her Christmas present for Grinchy. Not to mention, every year for Christmas, Martha doesn't just decorate her house to win. She makes sure it's the brightest and Blueville, brighter than necessary, bright enough to be seen from Mount Crumpet. It was never a competition, babes. Martha was reaching out to her man. So come closer to the screen and listen to your own truth. The next time you ever feel insecure and start flattering about yourself, just remember, the Grinch took a bad spoon and he will. And he can do it, so can you. And Shrek can pull Fiona, so can you. And Roger Rabbit can pull Jessica, so can you. Don't let no bitch-ass wannabe boys stop you from doing my kid around here. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And guess what's coming up next, y'all?
Oh no, no, he's done that rat bag.
Next time. Bye.
With over 200 children next to the sky. Sussex.
So 2, 4. How much is for getting this villain? We. So. So Dale. I have to get Dale to high level. That's gonna be the hard part. So I can get 4. Yeah. 4, 6, 7, 8, 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4 again. It's not ants. Yeah, I'm not. So we got 4 again. Yeah. I'm doing well with this franchise, but it's not easy unlocking. It's not easy unlocking all the characters, so we've got that much. So 1 and then 3. Jeez. So unlike this iconic villain that happens to work really hard. Not like one iconic villain in the Q1 franchise.
At Woolworths, you can lower the cost of your weekly shop by $20 with a $150 lower shelf price shop. That's more in your pocket or more on the table. Woolworths, the fresh food people. Didn't you have a goal this morning?
Yeah, and I just took Cotton. The Cotton range provides effective relief from cough, cold, and flu symptoms.
I am so sad. I'm skinny. I'm rich. And I'm a little bit of a bitch. Skinny, rich.
Money. I don't talk about money on this channel before. With Mr. Krabs, I was reading the other day, letting to sell SpongeBob for 62 cents. And my main guy
Damn!
cost of everything in the house. Yesterday, I think you talk about the black smell, a child who allows to from doing water, a kindergartner who drops more fast than Bruce Wayne until he starts to vomit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Princess Warfare. It's another beautiful day in the Freedom Council, and so we see a striking demonstration putting up at Hope Kindergarten, where our detailed unit is waiting for something. So far, and he's the door. You see Princess with a grocery for Jessica, demanding some money to my father. And her dad gives her a wad of cash. And Princess dare call it milk money just to point out lightly to me. Lucas was never. Miss P is in the class. Ayo, the black.
I assure you I'm up to the task.
Everyone better watch out.
Not impressed or amused whatsoever.
I fail.
I'm ready for anything.
It's no more than
This is
recorded
gonna be
accent.
fun.
In class, research politely for Princess quickly revealed really stalling by insulting everyone.
Leave it to me.
Why does your voice when I come out of jail and have me smoke a wound? If I want to have spice,
You
then
can
my
count
life
on
is
me.
built in body on 4 pieces. That's 4 people who can swim. I only do first class. Heavy on the word first. Look at her face. What is popular? This is scared me loving her. Which is Whitney, the class dancer.
Ready when
Whitney
you
calls
are.
her a smelly, mangy little rat. Whitney offends class. They break off the stand and goes without a
Triumph is all I do.
The class is brought to talk about giving Whitney, but Princess, she's scared to get rid of trans. Clearly,
Uh-oh.
what I love is how on the match the Princess shows up. Showing her immediate dislike is not. And if they explain we're Papa Girl, these people go to ask from that is the and Princess with a slug expression says, "Bet, I'm just Papa Girl too." Yeah, I'm just like okay. Princess, you're so likely to smile. Which is that you're not expecting to remember that Princess has powers or security. Princess reacts with confusion and
Damn girl, just have a chill pill.
If I get alone, it's my house. Die-hard advocacy, but I'm pretty sure Batman didn't have powers when he looked at his smart, Batman and every fighting style that was in it. Actually, I take that back. I lied. Batman with powers is money. Christopher is all the fake crocodile creatures and the solid kill what crocodile is doing. After giving her father's hospital working from the place the hospital and quarter of that, now we more about the internet status of cash. You can turn her fear to the children. That's what we have reason right there. I don't know, I'm not rich. As such, it is a situation for her responsibility falls on her father. He's the one raising her, he's the one teaching her that money is the answer to everything. These are the first 2 moments her dad made one thing painfully clear. In her house, money is embarrassing. Every time she's upset, he buys her peace instead of teaching her accountability, humility, or basic human empathy. She's been conditioned to believe that every feeling, every frustration, or insecurity comes with a price tag. And when wealth becomes wealth that comfort and endure, real emotional growth never happens. Instead of learning from history, she's wrapped in love. How that privilege is power. Graciously, problems only matter if it's too sore to take them away. This is a life that's connected the new fit. We're in a cluster-looking not implementation of the world uniform, adapting herself to the newest pop-up girl, much of herself annoying. What a couple videos from right at the minute of walking, only to easily that and try to be
This is gonna be rough. Eat my dust!
I shall rule this galaxy and this race. Superior skill.
What is she doing? Is she fighting with her eyes closed and making little body noises? Is she even using
Mmm.
involving yourself in shit that's gonna get you killed. You're just a pop-up girl. You're a basic ass little rich girl. Get the hell out. But everything that Blossom said went into one
This
spirit
quadrant is
straight out of
ill-prepared.
I do not renege on a bargain
well,
once
so
struck.
she does what she always does. Goes
Family
home,
heirloom,
watches her
perhaps.
and
I
it's
thank
all her fault. And instead of disciplining her and giving the belt, he hands her a large silver briefcase, which immediately cheers her up. No,
Oh man.
are we talking Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark bridge, or Melania Rush bridge? I feel like Daddy missed something with her money to set her up. This is supposed to be a commentary on how
I
parents
understand
like
what
this
must
have
be
no
done. You want to race like a bear? You gotta get real loose and learn how to win.
Guiding his daughter, Daddy warned us in the name of my using money.
I'm ready for an adventure.
Come on, come on.
Trust me, I'm a natural.
Remember, take what you can. I will race with honor.
This is the last side of the law. He has profound consequences by shooting Princess accountability. That is one of the belief that anything she wants can be bought. Her patients are rewarded instead of corrected.
Swift and agile. I trained for this.
Damn!
Politely invites the girls outside and then blasts into another wall herself. Buttercup, done with disrespect, charges straight at Princess, but Princess gets past every swing with infuriating ease, sidestepping all her punches. One perfectly timed counter later, a single devastating blow and Buttercup hits the ground hard, lights out. Bubbles tries to eventually reduce his eyes blazing and tries to beam straight at Princess. The lasers ricocheting harmlessly off the polished plating in a completely armored suit. This is practice. Bubbles shoots a supersonic scream, but Princess, unleashing those Princess taps a jewel on her crown, a concentrated laser beam fires from its plane, striking Bubbles midair and take off to her. Princess wants the nerve to drag her out of the ship. This is in line. While Princess continues to make fun and blows the blossom, and also silence glares at her. Princess has no idea what type of monster she just unlocked. We all know from past episodes that Bubbles is the trash out of the movie. What's up with this great group with hands? But there's something terrifying and unsettling about Blossom that disturbs my spirit. When Princess put hands on her sisters, that was a strong emotion in the back. Blossom said, now I got the miracle. Princess shoots another visitor at her, but Blossom, she dodges by using her hands to stop them.
Damn!
Runs up and blocks and trips her, making her practically fly. She was supposed to fall out the battle, and blocks her with the defensive, usually dodging her to the match. I can tell this fight is heavily inspired by Dragon Ball Super's only part piece of the other word not to blocks her in her attack, goes from the offensive and is without a word of resistance, showing her this is one redhead and this is on the temple end. Telling her to chill out by giving her ice cream.
Damn!
I will race with honor.
But first, we got to respect how Blossom did. She did what her father should have done is discipline that ass. Blossom, B-L-O-S-S-O-N, commander and leader. Their team concept on itself.
I'll hit every curve you throw.
Miraculously, Bug has a redemption problem. Redemption. What is redemption? It's about acknowledging your wrongs, taking accountability, and actively choosing to go beyond them. It's not instant forgiveness, and it definitely isn't something that happens because the story says so. There are many forgiveness that have a massive redemption for Hello, God-deal, of course, the best one of all is equal to Avatar by Airbender. Without a doubt, Zuko is easily the best written redeemed character in fiction. Redemption arcs are often hard to evolve with because you talk about a character that anyone seems to love and adore but also stand and hate. But this slowly evolves. Quite possibly the most controversial person in Miraculous. Both Negro, loyal, rude, and constantly targeting our babe, Yonda, his father, and her head. But unlike a one-note bullet, she actually shows flashes of depth. There are moments where she wants to be better, moments where she tries, and moments where it feels like the story is setting her up for real growth, and then it doesn't happen. A lot of people think the dominance of I I feel like I can have the one kind of that Chloe, instead of committing to that arc, show repeatedly respect her character, understanding any progress she makes. Meanwhile, other characters may actually have done equally bad or worse or been consistently second chances in full redemption arcs. And if you don't oppress, because show that we have 5 redemption arcs out of nowhere have to just add their head.
Mm.
So the people of the pyramid on ages and victimized the people of Paris not only as a disease, but it's honored as a hero for doing the sacrifice their heart on? Okay. Okay. And if you don't address, there's like 100 times worse thing this regime than that clothes. But no, in all seriousness, I do believe there's some kind of agenda in this clothes. But while I believe maybe others deserve better, let's go look at her past and why she behaves the way she does. A huge part of supposed to be coming from her upbringing. Her father, Andre, completely failed to set boundaries, spoils her, enables her with behavior, and even allows himself to be manipulated by his own daughter. Instead of parenting, he hands her unchecked power, and she uses it exactly how you expect. Andre failed her as a parent big time. Their entire relationship fosters a sense of entitlement and reinforces that belief that her actions will not result in accountability. Then there's her mom, Audrey. Their dynamic is more of a mess. Audrey was never there for clothes. She prioritized her career as a queen of fashion over being a mother. No, I don't know who lied and told her that, but the queen of fashion will always be the Bob Bandit Edna. Abandoned baby locally as a child, and because of this, Chloe is starving for validation and attention. I can probably say from the whole test. Audrey never loved Chloe. She doesn't even know her daughter's name half the time. I'm taking her because she is exceptional for her. And as a result, most of Chloe's behavior can be seen as an attempt to gain attention and approval, particularly from her mother. Chloe has trash-ass parents. While it does explain her behavior, it doesn't justify it. Shitty parents or not, at the end of the day, you're still choosing to be an asshole, baby, don't be.
Oh, I'm ready to do some serious
battle, it's basically keeping up with the bourgeois in their family drama. And also,
Where am I and what am I doing?
Blink and I'm gone, man. Solid gold.
What are we doing, fam? But this is a moment of genuine growth when Ladybug confronts her and tells her to be a hero. She shows signs of remorse for her actions. For a brief period, it appears that she is capable of change, and Ladybug even begins to place a degree of trust in her. Chloe returns to being miraculous. The experience does not lead to lack of humility. On the contrary, it often amplifies her sense of entitlement. She continues to rely on her instincts to follow power as mayor of parents to avoid consequences and maintain control over others. It suggests that while she desires to experience as a hero, she is not necessarily facing responsibility and responsibility that such a role requires. Most cars can find that and that's like laws. Laws Ladybug is willing to offer Chloe another chance. She is given the opportunity to step back from her actions by returning the miraculous she has taken. Chloe, however, doubles down. She's like, fuck you and your polka dot. At this point, Ladybug has no choice but to permanently remove her from the team, which was a justified move because Chloe was doing too much at this point. A miraculous she's not alright. Chloe, however, is unable to understand this. She has to view the miraculous as something she is entitled to. Rather than something that must be earned responsibly, her attachment to power becomes productive. While all this conflict and drama is going on, Chloe's fear of abandonment shows more and more. Having opened it experienced emotional trauma, she thinks her belief is considered as another form of rejection. Again, Ladybug's actions are justified. Based on the loss of her power and sense of belonging, Chloe reverts to a behavior that once provided her with control and security. Embracing her role as the mean girl, the brat, becomes a defense mechanism. One that protects her from further rejection, even if that keeps her from others. This progression becomes more apparent in season 4. She is never replaced by her half-sister, self-insert original character Zoe, who takes on the role of Vesperia. While Zoe represents a more traditionally ideal hero, her presence further emphasizes Chloe's displacement. By the end of season 4, Chloe becomes more entangled in the fake ass Lila. The best manipulator in the show saw her resentment, eventually told Baronet and Ladybug and said, you know what? I can do that. Lila opposes an alliance. To fake ass Lila, Chloe is not a friend, but a tool, a puppet to control easily. Chloe, unaware of Lila's true intentions, even aligns as genuine friendship. And you see the back and forth between them more in season 5. Chloe and Lila work together to target Baronet. At the same time, Adrian begins to distance himself from Chloe. Mind you, Adrian warned and gave Chloe multiple chances to stop the distillery and Android, but she chose not to listen. Adrian realizes the extent of her actions and the harm that she caused Baronet, making her wish to end their friendship, cut them off. of risky behavior, but nah. She received further defensiveness and resentment. Not to mention, Lila and Marla are pushing her to explore and more extreme behavior. Each only expect to follow Kayla and Lila without question, who in turn exploits this trust. But the consequences of the manipulation are severe. Only longtime friend Lila dies for being a one-sided love, representing the consequences of their friendship. Despite this, Lila's influence continues even after she got expelled. She continues to manipulate Chloe to the sidelines. A series of unfortunate events happen that leads to Chloe somehow gaining political power as an active mayor of Paris. Rather than using this solution responsibly, she turns Paris into a police station. You cannot need the fear. Oh, no, you can read it. No, you can read it. At this point, Chloe has this choice of no return and dug her own grave. It was only then that she might have Paris back in the city. Years of manipulation and West, they finally put her foot there for the first control of the party. Chloe was not Paris. Yes, the mama that really remembers the name took her struggle. My thing is, why are we coming to a about mama? Don't get me wrong, Chloe deserves a lot of consequences for all the bullshit that she does.
I have the grade.
You avoided all accountability and responsibility for a daughter you spoiled all her life and never once reprimanded. And now you are dumping her from mom.
Commence race.
After all of this, you know,
Element of surprise. Oh yeah. I think
I will defeat you all. Unless you're cheering for me. Unless you're cheering for me. Bring me my spoil.
And the heroes of Paris, having a hate page dedicated to slander Ladybug and any community associated with those she dislikes. Given where her story currently stands, Chloe's potential for redemption remains uncertain. There is still a possibility that she could change, but that's possibly just me hoping. A character cannot be redeemed unless they fully acknowledge their wrongdoing and genuinely desire to change. Demonstrating an understanding of right and wrong, she chooses not to act on that understanding. She was not ready to let go of the behaviors that gave her a sense of control and identity. Throughout the series, Chloe occasionally displays moments of kindness or vulnerability, yet those moments are consistently followed by regression. Even when faced with the consequences of her actions, such as becoming a victim of criminalization or losing the people closest to her, she fails to internalize these experiences in a way that leads to a lasting change. Rather than reflecting in moments, she stays with the persona of the bratty female.
May the
She is
best
not
one
able
win.
This wagon train of
This galaxy and this race.
and I know it's just a life, not being started in
$40 into Costco to yogurt to feed your milk, and then just follow it up with low factory dipping. Oh, yeah, good pressure to cooking. Ladies, spouse, everyone has been a lot of practice. The first is a big thing. All our way in is being careful with beauty and most full and pictures. One day they will be completely but it is my good too. But the time of the sausage. Yes. I know what I saw. I have to stop it. I can't understand. Without taking out anyone who fits in my way. Right? This is all good. And I'm talking about TV titles. No. OG computer was in 2000.
Hell yeah.
Watching the show growing up was an honor and a privilege. It was my ultimate bread and butter. Raven was my bias and the
Yeah, I love Raven.
And Robin, who is the topic of this video, is basically a supervisor. When we all collectively forget that Robin was speaking out, there is no reason, absolutely no reason whatsoever for Robin to put a WWE athlete in knees from a man with a documentation. Y'all already know he learned that from his dad back. Bruce is really out here in the streets training the next generation of YN. I want to discuss a series of moments in which Robin isn't human. Having so much associated in the society, you cannot tell me that Robin efficiently and effectively solo cinder block. Cinder block. How long does the average cinder block play? The standard cinder block weighs between 15 to 56 pounds. The very cinder block is at least 15 feet tall to weigh a couple tons. So you telling me that Robin not only landed his big boom smash and followed it up with a choke smash while grabbing cinder block's head, flipping him straight over onto his back, and Robin stunning there? Robin is not human. Bruce. What? Either you and Robin have a metahuman unit or y'all are just... Let's not gloss over the fact Robin jumped 50 stories of building knee first and most likely crushed every organ in Michael's body. It received a body slamming against a crumbling billboard that falling multiple stories down. He's human, right? Robin miraculously comes out unscathed, covered in blood. Given the fact that flying cheek treatment, I need to know who Robin is this. Did you belong to the Arkansas Batman? Oh my god, you was good. I have been gaslighted to believe this man Robin is human. Not to mention, Robin is a certified crash house. Look, I don't know what's going on. But don't want to fight. Back in. These body decoys and cyborgs that can make you, but what's hilarious to me is he will rather fight his best friend in a literal demon spawn, but he's not attacking stars, because that's his baby. His one and only. Not get that man crazy. Robin glaring at his number 2. Is this easy mode? It proceeds to embarrass the superpower team like it's nothing. I'm only using what on my power. Robin chooses them the same way the bottom 6 members of our team as well. Now, back to Cinder Block. Starfire, the baddest alien princess with powers similar to Plutonium, lands a kick to Cinder Block's head. It doesn't do any damage. It's out there, Robin throws to the side, they look in, man check the smash and get a lot of damage. The took the pistol and found the power head. What we got to do? Robin is human, right? So, you telling me that the alien creature with laser eye can discharge both of pure radioactive energy and superhuman strength?
Let's get this
without
done.
outdone by a man in the sky.
Come on, let's race.
Ain't no way Robin is strong. Ain't no way. Like, what kind of he is trained with Batman getting his voice. That's how Slade, that's a whole different breed of monster right
You're all
there.
familiar with velocity. May the best runner win.
Time for the grand tour. How hard can this be? Eat my dust.
Oh, I'll never give up.
Robin's flying expert for that. I'll be survived. I don't know. He's human. There's everything on the Sonic project. If the regular humans don't take the face of the like a shield, I don't know how hard it is to stop with the whole
It's not just good. It's
Sweet.
He thinks that maybe they can take it to the bomb. Okay, if you go back, there are no bombs. It's also God having a
Zero resistance.
just find the bombs with or without them. Suddenly he sees Slade and zooms after him, and even behind him, he goes Starfire in his dust. The way he works into the body of a girlfriend for a man. Meanwhile, Slade is tempted to his villain monologue with Robin being trained by the Dark Knight said, F all that and shoot bombs. It does not affect Slade, who easily sidestepped Robin's plan. Slade was embarrassing this man. At this point, Robin should have known something was up with Slade. With his foot in Corso Kage, it could transport himself. Not knowing how to get his bit. Running past Starfire, he was beyond confused that was happening. Robin then grabbed Starfire by the arm at the person that is snoring like a rabid dog. How could you have get away? Starfire is taking the line that shook our minds back in 2004. Little kid Mew looked at the TV screen with utter bewilderment. Is Robin having a mental crisis that the rest of us don't know about? Let me remind y'all, this Robin is Dick Grayson, the OG, the original Robin. Dare I say, the most loaded of Robin. Slade being the best soldier ever exists, continues to play Robin as a critic. Slade thinks Robin is guaranteed Robin, he even nigga, and